Hey you guys, Robin Ivy here, and I wanted to share with you today about this awesome drawing class I did unexpectedly last week on YouTube of all places. This cartoonist named Lynda Barry, sometimes her stuff is in the New York Times. She's a pretty well-known cartoonist. She is a professor, I believe, out in Wisconsin. Anyway, she's a hoot. She's a woman you should just totally know because she's amazing and clever and creative and fun, just so fun, you guys. Anyway, so I decided to take her drawing class because although I feel like I can kind of play around with abstract drawing, I can't really draw, in my opinion, which is fine. I do a lot of other things. So I took her class and she focused the first part of the class on something called blind drawing, which if you're unfamiliar with what that means, it just means that you draw without looking at what you're drawing. So in this case, we just closed our eyes. You can blindfold yourself. I'm sure you could come up with a lot of ways. And what was so interesting is she would throw out a prompt and then we'd have like a minute or two to draw the thing. So it was urgent, it was quick, and she was fun, so it was fun. And after doing a handful of them, I really got into it. So I thought I would share a couple of them with you. And then I would tell you about why this has been like a worm in my brain for the past week. Okay, so my two favorites, again, I wasn't looking. So she handed out a prompt and this prompt was giraffe with spots. Oh, so fun, right? So simple, so nothing, but so awesome, kind of. The second one I'll share with you is called Mermaid. Also awesome, crazy, silly, right? But two things. One thing she said that just really stuck with me was when you draw something with your eyes closed, just the act of getting to open your eyes and see what you made brings this joy. It's like this tiny bit of life force. Sorry, it just goes eek. Because there's this childlike wonder of anticipation of what did I make? I can't wait to see what I made. And it's funny how 30 seconds or 60 seconds into just drawing something with your eyes closed can bring that spark. I don't know. I thought that was pretty awesome. The other thing that I've sat with in the past week from this was when we started to open our eyes and draw that's when everything went super downhill. I didn't like my drawings at all. I felt disconnected. I could feel my body was tight. I was efforting through it. Suddenly I was I don't know how to draw. I was in my head. And the drawings are, pretty pretty terrible. So point being, it's been sitting with me, in me all week of how curious that by closing my eyes and getting totally out of my own way, taking all the control out except for my own inner spirit, playfulness, whatever. When I let go, it was so much better. The result was so much better when I let go and got out of my own way, which led me to start to wonder about how many other places in my life the same would be true if I could let go, if I could surrender a little more, if I could step back, if I could create a little more spaciousness, right? If I could use the mindfulness tips and tools and tricks I have to get more present and create a little more room. If I were to close my eyes on the busyness of myself and showed up for life, not just for a 60-second drawing, if I can remind myself to do that over and over, what's possible, right? This is definitely a better, I'll show you one more example. This was marching band facing one direction. So person in a marching band facing one direction. I just think they're so funny. But even that, right? It brings us fun, joy, and delight to just check them out. So it's made me think about how much mindfulness and presence matters in our ability to get out of our own way and really channel joy and presence and what becomes possible when we're just here for what's here. So I would encourage you all to check out the class. I'll put a link down below somewhere so you can check it out. She is Nearsighted Monkey on Instagram. That's her handle. And I hope you guys have a great day. Blind draw something. Close your eyes, set a timer for 30 seconds or 60 seconds and just pick a word, any word, and see what happens.